I'm Dave Fiore, the founder and CEO of Fiore Communications, and this is a special update episode of How I Got Here. At the end of each episode, I ask every guest the same question. Where do you think here will be for you in 3 to 5 years? Well, it's been 5 years, so I thought it would be a perfect time to check in and see how things are going. Today, I am pleased to have How I Got Here guest number 1, Kristine Dobosenski. Hi, Kristine.
Hey, Dave.
Thanks for being here. Can you believe it's been 5 years since we recorded the original one?
I cannot believe it's been 5 years.
All right, so I'm going to play back your answer from 2019 to see where you thought you might be today, and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
Okay? All right, here we go.
Well, I am at Beauty and Grace Hair Salon now, and we have had a lot of conversation about things we want to do in the community. We want to have like Mom's Night Out. I would love to start a Bible study called Beauty in the Bible. I would love to just pour into the Tallahassee community and make it better, not only like aesthetically, but, you know, I really have a heart for Tallahassee. Hopefully there's a baby in the future and more fitness competitions.
After the baby.
Lots of gains. I don't know. I have learned, so my sponsor from AA is working on something with me right now, and she's going to be so proud of me. So, you know, it's really easy to dwell on the past and look back, or look forward and think like what's going to happen. But she says, look down. Where are your feet? That's where your mind should be. And so hopefully this podcast airs.
It should.
Yeah. And, you know, that's where I am today. I'm just loving on Tally and letting women see how beautiful they already are, and loving my husband and loving myself.
All right, so what are your first thoughts after hearing that?
I think I'm where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. So I have not started my Bible study yet, but maybe this will be my inspiration to get going. I would still definitely love to do that. Pouring into Tallahassee looks different than what I thought it might look like. I'm definitely still pouring into Tallahassee. I think one person at a time.
Yeah.
Which I think is a big way that people need to be poured into.
Sure.
One at a time. I'm no longer at Beauty and Grace. I love Beauty and Grace. It was definitely one of the highlights of my careers. But I did exactly what I wanted to do, which is open a boutique luxury experience for women that is private and upscale. And I'm able to give a reprieve for women from the daily, you know, responsibilities.
Yeah.
And I'm able to pour into them one at a time and make them feel beautiful. And I love it. It's exactly where I was hoping my career would take me. And
most importantly,
there's a baby.
There's a baby.
She's not a baby anymore.
No.
I have Ariana Grace, my sweet little girl. She's going to be 3 in November.
Wow.
Crazy. But she's precious, and I love being a mom, and definitely finding a balance with the busy entrepreneur that I've grown to be, and leaning into the softness and the space of just being with my baby, my little girl, and my husband. And
since we're looking back, has that experience been different than you thought it would be, or kind of imagined it would be?
Are you trying to make me cry, Dave?
No, I am not.
It has certainly been a very different experience. You know, as you know, my mom passed away in a car accident just days before my daughter was born. It has certainly complicated things. But I think in looking back, what I have learned is, as mothers, we are really doing the best that we can. And man, are we hard on our moms. So if you're listening to this, call your mom. Tell her she did a great job, even if it wasn't perfect. We do the best we can with the tools we have at the time.
Right. You're looking at it through different eyes now, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us what you're up to these days. You talked about it a little bit, but what are your projects, priorities, kind of what's keeping you busy other than being a mom and a wife?
I have a mentee working with me at the salon. She has been doing hair for about a year. She's really talented, and so it's fun to watch her grow and refine her skills. I'm also currently going through the Small Business Executive Program at the Jim Moran Institute.
Love it. Been through that. It's a great program.
It's excellent. They do such a phenomenal job, and I'm learning so much. And
shout out to Marina Lixon.
Shout out to Marina Lixon and all of the people who take the time to work on their business. I have an amazing cohort right now, and not doing any fitness competitions, but certainly still staying focused on my fitness and my health and my mental health.
Yeah.
And
that sounds like plenty.
Yeah. I mean, I have an emotional coach. She's not a therapist.
Okay.
We don't, but she encourages me to work on what she calls our primary food. And so our primary food are our careers, our relationships, our physical activity, and our spirituality. And those are the things that I'm really working on. I've joined an amazing church at Four Oaks East. The pastors are fantastic, very biblically literate, which I love. And
I don't know if you know, I'm a Four Oaks Kalaran guy for the last 20 years.
Uh-oh.
Josh Hughes is my guy.
Yes.
So, yeah,
they're fantastic.
Great group.
I love this church. It's the first time that I've joined a church and truly feel like the congregation becomes my community. Mm-hmm. These women are becoming some of my best friends.
That's awesome.
Yes. And so really pouring into that church. So I've connected with them. I do a fundraiser with them where one Saturday, the salon, all of the haircuts are available to the congregation for a discounted price. And then all of the proceeds goes to the Benevolence Fund, which is a really great way to bless the church, bless the congregation, and, market my business.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
It's excellent. It's so fun.
Well, great.
Yeah.
So what would you say has been the biggest surprise to you over the last 5 years since we recorded the first episode?
I mean, honestly, I would say my mom dying in a car accident was completely unexpected. And all of the fallout that comes from that, one of the things that I have really learned is you have to get your affairs in order. Mm-hmm. We are all going to die. And I know that sounds a little morbid, but it's facts. And, if you have any people who will survive you, it is kind to get your estate in order so all they have to do is mourn you. I have an amazing estate attorney. Shout out to Jennifer Weingardner, who has been just wonderful at not only the paperwork, but holding space for my heart through this process. In addition to caring for my dad with dementia and navigating that with my brother, has been a complex but rewarding experience.
Yeah.
But man, adulting 101, lose a parent.
Yeah.
You become part of a club that you never intended to become a part of, but everyone will be a part of. And I'm grateful for my faith because what God has taught me is my mom had a wonderful last year of life. She was so happy and so excited to become a grandma, and she was healthy and she had retired and she was kind of living life on her own terms. And not everybody gets that luxury in the last year of their life. And so that's given me an incredible amount of peace.
It's a blessing to her and to you. Yeah.
You find the joy. It's there if you look.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to take a guess at where you might be 3 to 5 years from now?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, we can guess.
Just take a guess.
My hope is to homeschool. I would love another baby. We'll speak that into existence. Okay. As far as my career, I'm not really sure. I love doing hair, and I love being a part of community, and we'll kind of see what God does with the puzzle pieces. And hopefully I continue to walk into life with an open heart and an open mind.
It's awesome. All right. Well, Kristine, thank you for giving us an update and sharing your ongoing journey. And it is always great to see you. So thanks for coming in. And to our listeners, if you have not already, I encourage you to listen to Kristine's original episode. It will put some context into this conversation and add some additional insight into her journey. You can listen right here or at fiorecommunications.com. Thanks for supporting this podcast and connecting with your community. We'll see you next time.